For college and career testing, the military and the career interest test that we give on campus is the ASVAB, the Armed Services Vocational Aptitude Battery. We try to give that at least once in the fall and once in the spring. Miss Bennett is our career specialist, and she sets that up. We have already started planning the ASVAB for the fall. We have to see how many students we can fit in Gator Commons, along with the people that come and proctor that test. Even if you're not planning to go in the military, if you're a student that you aren't really sure what kind of career you want, we recommend you take the ASVAB because it is a career interest inventory. You don't have to share your scores with the military at all. It will just help you identify the areas that you are strongest in and the areas that you like the best so that you can see what kind of careers are out there that would fit your strengths and your likes. So it's a really cool way to mix those two together. If you're planning to go to a two-year school, Midlands Tech, Greenville Tech, any of those schools, then you're going to take the Accuplacer. Last year we were able to give the Accuplacer a couple times on campus, but they have not been willing this year to set that up just for the safety of their employees. So at this time we are not offering the Accuplacer at River Bluff, but you can go to Trident Tech or whatever technical school that you would be attending, and you can take that Accuplacer test. You would just need to call the college and set that up. And usually you don't do that for the two-year schools until the spring anyway, so maybe things will be all cleared up by then and we'll be able to get back to a pretty normal life, and we can offer that Accuplacer here and you won't have to go to the college campus to take that test. If you're planning to go to a four-year college or university, many of the colleges are waiving the testing requirements this year. But if you'll think about it, there are still scholarships that are requiring those test scores. So you want to make sure that you're not selling yourself short by not taking those tests if you need to get that score up. Some of you haven't taken it at all. And a lot of times they're still canceling some of these tests because there's so many social distancing practices that they're putting into place. So I know you're getting frustrated with that and with getting things changed, but keep registering, keep trying to get in there to take that if you need to improve your score. You need to go to collegeboard.com if you need to take the SAT, and to ACT.org if you want to take the ACT, and I'm going to show you those dates and slides soon. If you are a student who qualifies for free or reduced price lunch and you meet the academic criteria to receive a fee waiver for the SAT or the ACT, you need to bring us a letter from the Lexington One Food Services to verify you qualify. They might have sent an email, they might have sent a paper copy of a letter, whatever letter that is. You need to bring that in to Miss Farah, and she can walk you through that fee waiver process. But we have to have that letter from Food Services because we don't have access to know what students have free or reduced price lunch, and that's the criteria to receive that waiver. So make sure you bring that in when you can so that you can get that waiver if you're going to register to take the SAT or the ACT. You also receive application fee waivers for the colleges if you have used a fee waiver to take the test. For the ACT, they are offering more tests during October, and then it looks like back to a regular schedule in December. But again, they could change those and add more tests depending on how many students still need to test. But these are the dates that you want to look at, the Saturdays that they're offering, a couple Sundays, and then those registration deadlines. You don't want to have to pay the late fee, but we've got the fees on there, $55 to take the ACT without the writing component, and then $70 to take it with the writing. You definitely want to have a writing score, whether it's the SAT or the ACT. The colleges want to see that writing score. If you have to pay the late registration, you're going to add $35 to those fees. Or if you're taking it standby, which means that you show up on that test day, and if they have somebody else not show up, you get to take it, then that's an extra $56 that you're paying on top of that, either the $55 or the $70, whichever testing you choose. The SAT, here are the dates, the deadlines for you to register for those test dates and those fees as well. They also have the late fee and a standby fee if you should have to show up and show up at the last minute there. And then also the SAT subject test. Some of you have asked about taking those because a college may require it, and those fees are down here as well. So make sure if you are planning to take the SAT that you go to collegeboard.com and you sign up for that. And you do get to super score those scores for Life Scholarship, Palmetto Fellows. You do get to combine your best reading with your best math for those if you're trying to get to some scholarship level. So I mentioned that your IGPs are going to be virtual, which is going to be really different for us. We're all learning how to do things very differently, and we're really getting creative with how we're getting things out there to you. You're going to receive an email from your counselor with a link to sign up for one of your virtual days. We do not want you to miss class to come to an IGP or to sit in a virtual IGP conference. So for one of your virtual days, if you're an A cohort student, then you're going to pick a Wednesday or Thursday or even a Friday to have your IGP. If you're a B cohort student, you're going to select a time on a Monday, a Tuesday, or a Friday to have your IGP. It is very important that you ask your parents if they would like to attend as well, and if they would, then you need to put their email address on the calendar invitation for the time you select. That's the only way they're going to know when your IGP is. So parents, if you want to attend your student's IGP, make sure you let them know they need to put your email address in their calendar invitation. If you have not looked at your transcript on Parchment yet, make sure you go ahead and you do that, because you're going to want to look over your transcript to review it to make sure that it's accurate, so that we can make any corrections to that that's needed. Look over the IGP folder in the Senior Information Schoology course so that you can see all of the information that's going to get you ready for your IGP. Bring us any questions you have. We only have about 20-25 minutes in these conferences, so we want to make sure that we are honoring your time. We want to make sure that you honor our time, because we don't want to cut you short because another student is waiting to get into their conference. So you're going to need to meet us at your meeting time. You're going to need to meet us at right whenever it's time to go. But have some questions ready. We want to answer those questions. We want to make sure that we're answering everything that you need, because we don't want you to be cut short. This is what the meeting agenda will pretty much look like. So if it'll get you started thinking, you might be thinking, well, I don't even know what kind of questions to ask in my IGP meeting. We're going to ask you if the information is correct on your transcript. So be prepared to talk about that. Is it correct? Yes. If it's not, nope, we need to change my address. Think about your district majors. Look over that district major sheet. Know if you have qualified or if you are in classes that are going to help you qualify. Talk about what your immediate plans are after high school. Talk about the career you want to have after high school, after college. We're going to talk about the colleges you've already applied to or the ones you're planning to apply to. We're going to ask if you are interested in the military. Have you already talked with a recruiter? We can get you in touch with them if you've not. And if you're going to work, then we want to make sure that you've got that certification or that licensure in that area that you're going to be working in. If there's a way we can help you get to that, we're going to help you do that. If you're not going to be able to meet that, then we want to make sure we can talk you through the best ways to get that certification or that licensure even after you graduate. So those are the kind of things we're going to go over during your IGP, and we're also just going to check to see how you're doing. We just want to make sure that we see you, that we know you're okay, that you see us, you know who to come to. We're going to be that resource for you. So make sure that you have joined the Senior Information course on Schoology. Here's the access code again. If I went back through here and counted the number of times that I said to do this, it would probably be very, very many. But make sure that you do that. That's going to help you stay informed a lot. Check your email for that virtual IGP conference sign up. Make sure you add your parents if they are interested and able to meet us virtually. Make sure you get your Parchment account set up. Make sure you order that transcript to go to the schools you're planning to apply. If you need to take the SAT or ACT, you know how to take care of that. The district major application, the list of the majors and the application is in the senior IGP information folder in the IGP folder in Schoology. But I can't stress enough how important it is in all of this craziness that's going on. We are going to take care of you. We are going to make sure you have everything you need. We are going to get you information. We are going to put it out. You need to take care of you. You need to take care of your friends, and you really need to finish strong. This year matters so much. A lot of people try to think it's just the year to coast by, but this is the year the colleges are looking at what you're doing. They're seeing, is this a student who had the opportunity to do very little and they did very little? Or are they looking at your transcript and saying, you know what, this kid had the opportunity to take the easy way out, but they really still killed it. They busted it. And that's the kind of student they want on their campus. That's the kind of student they want working for them. That's the kind of student they want serving in their branch. So make sure that you remember how strong you've got to finish. You are still a student. You are still a student of ours. You are still a Gator. And we know that this matters, and we want you to know that it matters too. I know there's absolutely no way I covered all of your questions. There is no way. I'm sure I missed something, and as soon as I push the red button to stop recording, I will remember about 10 things that I meant to say. Here is a link to a form for you to ask questions, and if you have to submit more than one, if you've got more than the 2 questions that you have space for on the form, please submit them. We're going to keep a list of all of the questions, and we're going to get those answers and put them all together, and we'll just keep a running list of those questions and answers on that Senior Information Schoology course. And now if it's a question that's specific to you or to your student, if it's something about a class, or if it's something about a grade on a transcript, or if it's something about changing the address, that's the kind of thing you need to email the counselor directly. Don't put that in the form of questions. Those questions are ones that we can also see what we need to cover more of, or where there was confusion in the presentation, or anything that could have led to something we can do better next time. So make sure you ask questions. Parents, we love you. We're in this with you together. Kids, we love you. We're in this with you. Let us know how we can help you, and let us help you. You guys have a great rest of the day, and we look forward to seeing you in your IGP soon. Go Gators!